friends, this is Jeanne from Gom Stained Glass, and I would like to tell you the story.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, there was an artist, me, who thought, hey, this is an opportunity. I found out that the Springville Museum of Art was asking for artists to enter into a design for Smith's Marketplace in Springville, Utah. And so I thought, well, that would be fun. That might be a good experience just to fill out the application and to do something like that I've never done before. And I thought, I didn't really feel there was a chance, but this was good experience. I thought, you have to try new things. So I filled it out and sent in the entry form, and lo and behold, I was one of the 3 finalists. And that was fun because the 3 finalists were, if they turned in their proposals, they got a stipend right there. So you get paid already just for sending in your proposal. I thought, whoa, this is great. This I can do. So I started drawing, and I came up with this concept of using all of the fun architectural buildings of Springville and put them all on one street. And so it was kind of a fun idea, I thought, and not only would I do that, but it won't be a painting, it won't be a stained glass window, but it would be a mosaic. I thought, ooh, that would be way cool. And it's something that you don't see too often, and it sounded like the perfect thing to put on a wall because I knew I wasn't going to have the opportunity to put it in a window.
Now, you have kind of given us 2 sections of the proposal because you had to come up with the design before you got to be one of the finalists. Remember that?
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, thank you for reminding me of that. Anyway, so that was very fun. And so I sent in the proposal and thought, okay, this is great. It's like being nominated for the Academy Award. I was one of the nominees and one of the 3 artists chosen, and I was just happy with that. Well, as you probably can figure out, I was chosen to do this mural. And what I'm thinking is, uh-oh, now I have to do it. But I say that like it was a scary thing, but I was very excited. This is going to be fun. And so with David's help, we planned out I planned out the sketch. They liked it, they approved it, everything was good, and we sent that in.
Okay, we did a little tiny drawing that was represented as to how big it would be if it was 5 feet tall and 12 feet long on an AutoCAD drawing.
And the picture itself was just 8.5 by 11.
Yeah, and then you took it and you colored it in a little bit so that there would be some color so they'd have an idea of what the finished product would look like. But it was a very small thumbnail as to what you were actually proposing. I was really surprised that they could, sometimes they want such complex drawings.
For the proposal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once you got it, then we decided that we would print it out, and we printed it out at the full 5 foot by 12 foot size.
And some of the things looked a little cartoony. Like at first I had a car in it, and by the time it got all blown up to the right size, it looked like this little cartoon car.
It really looked like a kid's drawing, didn't it? And the lines were like 1 or 2 inches apart. They were huge.
Yeah. So I scrapped the car. And I thought, wow, these are going to be huge mountains and huge pieces here and there. So it was fun to decide what should be small pieces of glass, just little squares, and other pieces like the mountains, I want them to feel bigger, so I used bigger pieces of glass for that.
Yeah.
And so that's what we needed to do. And then David needed to do some stuff with the background, figuring out how to put it on the wall.
And then early on, we decided that it was going to be 2 feet by 5 feet sections, so you would have 6 2-foot wide pieces, and then that way the whole thing would be divided up into 6 sections of mosaic, and we'd be able to fit it in the car.
Now that was very important, and we have a little car.
Yeah.
So we started with number 1. It was split up into those 6 sections, and one by one I had to cut out all the pieces. Don't even ask me how many pieces of glass are in this mosaic, because I don't even know. But hundreds and hundreds. And so the first one I just started cutting and cutting, and it started to come together. And like David said before, that little drawing that I started with, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, are they even going to like this? When it gets huge, it's going to look so much different. And the first thing was a drawing. The second thing is going to be cut up mosaic glass. So I knew it was going to look different.
But as it got refined, it got more and more detailed. It didn't get less detailed than the original drawing. And so that was one of the things working in your advantage.
Right. And so when the building called for brick, then there were little tiny squares put in. And when it called for bushes, I had the fun idea of just making swirls with the pieces of glass. And that, as you stand back, it kind of does look like bushes. And the sky, David, tell them what you thought about the sky.
Well, the Van Gogh, it looks kind of like the Starry Night of Vincent van Gogh, and I loved that. It had a kind of a surrealistic look to it. And
yeah, so a little bit abstract in some ways. And
when you got into the little trees on the hillside, that was kind of fun.
Little triangles all over the place.
And we had some friends who came and helped to glue.
Yes, we did, and that was so fun. We just had a couple of evenings where they came and we just visited, and they helped me glue, and it was so fun.
And I think they had as much fun with those little triangles as we did.
I hope so. And then there were, remember the flower garden with tiny little circles.
Yeah.
That were the flowers. And that was a lot of fun. Just cutting them out with my little nippers was fun. Although I did kind of get stained glass thumb after a while. After cutting all that. But yeah, it was great fun. And then little by little, it just got all put together. I figure I did a 2-foot by 5-foot panel per week.
Yeah.
And so it took about,
it took
6 weeks.
2 months. It was
altogether.
Because we had to cut the wood and get the cleats made.
Yeah.
We took those over, and the guys at the store installed the cleats so they would be ready for us. And then you had
did
to
all of that woodwork.
you had to draw all of the final designs, draw them out onto the paper pattern, and then you had to trace them onto the wood. We didn't even take pictures of that because we've done that kind of work so often that it's just like,
Here we go again. Yeah, that's right. And then by that time it was on there. We just did one at a time. And so what I was saying was that it took a week to do each panel once we got to cutting. And I cut out those things, and then by the end of the week, sometimes friends would come over and help me glue it down. And then after it all got glued down, then it took about a day per panel to do all of the grouting and scrubbing and cleaning and polishing. And so that took another week right there.
Yeah. And we still don't know how long it's going to finish taking. We don't know how long it's going to take to finish it because we still have to go back and glue on the extra pieces and
Mhm.
and then do the final grout.
Yes, and that will take place tomorrow. Hopefully we can get it all done.
Well, the gluing.
The gluing, yes.
And then once that's dried, then we can come back and take off the blue tape that holds it in place and then do the grouting. So we got at least 2 more days of work.
Okay, that's all right. We're gonna get it done by the due date and have a fun reception, and it will be there for hopefully a long time.
So are you saying it was worth doing?
Definitely. I had a lot of fun. I thought from the beginning of the project, starting out and doing something that I thought might be beyond my capability. I was hitting my edge, thinking, yes, I have done some mosaics before. I did some tabletops and some small mosaics for the wall, but this was huge. And so I was stepping into the unknown.
Now, didn't you have? Did Lindy Mott recommend that you could have used some of her design work to kind of give you credibility?
I definitely looked at some work that she had done. She'd done some mosaics for her own home and for some schools. And we discussed some of the ideas that I had, making sure that it was going to work. So yeah, I have some good friends that are artists that are willing to give me advice, and I'm grateful for that. And I hope that other artists, if they feel like I can give them any advice, I hope that they would call me. So it was a good thing. It was a good experience. And Eleanor Roosevelt has a quote: "You must do the thing you think you cannot do." And at first I thought, whoa, I'm not sure if I can do this. But it's not that you're not afraid to do hard things. It's that sometimes you have to do hard things through your fear. Even though you think that they may be hard, maybe something too hard for you to do. But you step in, and people are there to help you. And you have things helping you along the way, and sure enough, there you have it, and now it's on the wall.
Cool. How long did it take to put that up when we showed up today?
Well, it was the funniest thing. I think that by the time we carried everything into the building, talked to the folks, and got everything set up, I think that it went up in 16 minutes.
Isn't that amazing?
It's very amazing. So I think this is it's a lesson in creativity, in doing hard things, and in stepping out of your comfort zone and having good friends and good partner to work with. And so hope this is a lesson for us all. Thank you, and join us whenever you can.